Welcome everyone to our Lean channel. This is Mark. We started discussing the document change process flow in the two recent videos. Today we will talk about the benefits of understanding reasons for change and the cost of corrections in a DCR process. Before we dive into it, click the subscribe button to be the first to see our new releases. As you may recall from the previous video, our DCR, among others, required identification of the reason for the change. Validation: we can use this option for new product or process release validation or to prove a significant change in the process. Improvement is an enhancement of an existing process to reflect on new technologies or approaches. And finally, the corrections are simply document modifications to address previous mistakes, missing requirements, grammar, and others. In my experience, the correction percentage may be as high as 30%, while very few, if any, companies know their actual numbers. Tell me, what would happen if your company learned that there were 1% of data backup errors? What about the 5% production floor reject rate? Or 10% building wiring errors? I can tell, everybody will run around like chickens with their heads cut, sitting at meetings, brainstorming, writing non-conformities and corrective actions. But what happens when one has 20+% errors in their DCR process? You probably guessed. Nothing, it is business as usual. And this is the problem. Steve Jobs once said, if you define the problem correctly, you almost have the solution. So, the solution is to start paying attention to the mistakes in the DCR system. When you encounter defects or deficiencies in your processes on the production floor, you document them as non-conformities and corrective actions with the consequent root cause analysis. We apply the same approach to the corrections in our DCR process with the requirement to issue a non-conformity. In our example, we process 2 to 3 document changes per day during the year, totaling some 625 DCRs. Let's say corrections accounted for 15% or some 94 DCRs. If you conducted a root cause analysis of corrections, you could have determined that they are typically due to either the author's deficient qualifications or the lack of validation. Whatever numbers you determined for your root cause, you may report them as in this example. Regretfully, most companies stop at these charts thinking they addressed the problem. Wrong. Knowing the number of correction and their root causes is a good start, but they do not show the actual cost impact on the business. Our DCR process flow requires an estimate of the cost of corrections to assess such an impact. We can use the employee productivity approach to estimate the cost we discussed in our earlier videos. If interested, find the link below to catch up. In our example, we processed 94 corrections, with estimated 2 hours for each change. With an approximate employee productivity of $100 per hour, we will end up with some $18,000+ in price tag for our mistakes. This is all for today, folks. Let's summarize our discussion today. Understand your DCR reasons for changes and keep track of the cost of corrections. If you wish to try our DCR process, go to the Academy page on our website and see how our templates can help your company to lean up your documentation. Give it a try and comment below if you like it. Do not forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Your support helps us promote our Lean QMS project. To learn more about Lean ISO management systems, check out my book, The Lean Revolution. Thanks for joining me today and stay tuned for the following videos. I hope to see you then.